Stoic principles. So that nothing can affect you. Have you ever felt trapped in an endless cycle of worries and stress? Have you wondered how some people manage to stay calm and serene even in the face of great adversity? Imagine discovering a set of principles that can completely change your perspective and your life. At the heart of Epictetus's teachings are 10 powerful principles that can shield you from anything that threatens your inner peace. Today, you will find a detailed guide on how to apply these teachings in your daily life. Get ready to turn your challenges into opportunities for growth and to discover the true peace and happiness that come from living according to your deepest values. Principle 1. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of Stoicism. Imagine someone who, upon waking, chooses not to be dominated by immediate desires, but rather follows a path of self-control. Epictetus believed that without self-discipline, our lives would become chaotic and directionless. Therefore, the daily practice of self-discipline is essential for those who wish to live fully and achieve constant life improvement. Self-mastery, on the other hand, is the ability to govern oneself, especially in adverse situations. When a person develops self-mastery, they are able to resist temptations that could lead them astray. For example, instead of giving in to the impulse to react with anger during an argument, a Stoic person will choose peace and rationality. This level of emotional control allows for a more serene and fulfilling life. The practical application of self-mastery can start with small daily habits, such as waking up early, maintaining an exercise routine, or even meditating for a few minutes. These practices not only reinforce self-discipline, but also increase resilience. And when I talk about resilience, I mean the ability to quickly recover from difficulties, something that Stoics deeply value. To develop self-discipline and self-mastery, it is useful to follow the example of great Stoic figures. Think of figures like Marcus Aurelius who, even as emperor, found time to write about his thoughts and reflections. Incorporating this practice of daily reflective writing can be an excellent start for those seeking to live fully under Stoic principles. By adopting these practices, you not only strengthen your self-discipline but also prepare the ground to control what is within your reach. Principle 2. Control what you can control. The second Stoic principle teaches us to focus on what is under our control and let go of what is not. This concept may seem simple, but it is extremely powerful. Imagine you are stuck in traffic. There is no point in getting irritated by something that is out of your control. Instead, use this time to listen to an interesting podcast or practice gratitude for the good things in your life. This change of perspective is a practical example of how Stoicism can improve your life. By focusing only on what we can control, we eliminate a great amount of unnecessary stress. When we accept that some things are beyond our reach, such as other people's actions or unforeseen events, we are able to maintain inner peace. For example, in a work meeting, focus on doing your part as best as you can without excessively worrying about others' reactions. This approach strengthens our self-mastery and helps us live more serenely. The daily practice of this principle can start with small changes. Every time you encounter a stressful situation, ask yourself, is this under my control? If the answer is no, allow yourself to let go and redirect your energy to something you can influence. This habit not only promotes emotional detachment, but also increases resilience in times of adversity. Epictetus constantly reminds us of the importance of distinguishing between what we can and cannot control. Incorporating this mindset into our daily lives better prepares us to accept the destiny and circumstances life presents us with. Thus, by adopting this practice, we are ready to face the next Stoic lesson on resilience. Principle 3. Resilience is a fundamental quality for any practitioner of Stoicism. Imagine a tree that, despite storms, remains firm and flexible. So must we be in the face of adversity. Resilience is not just about resisting, but also about adapting and growing from difficulties. By facing challenges with a Stoic mindset, we are able to transform obstacles into opportunities for personal growth and life improvement. A practical example of resilience can be seen in athletes recovering from serious injuries. They not only face physical pain, but also the emotional impact of being away from their sport. By staying calm, focusing on the recovery process, and concentrating on what they can control, they exemplify Stoic resilience. Similarly, in our daily lives, we can apply these principles when dealing with work difficulties or personal problems. The practice of resilience begins with accepting adversities as part of life. When we face challenges head-on and accept that they are inevitable, we become stronger. We can start cultivating resilience through small steps like facing minor fears, practicing daily gratitude, and reflecting on our emotional responses. This constant practice strengthens our character and prepares us for more challenging situations. Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers believed that adversities are tests for our character. By passing these tests, we demonstrate our ability to live fully and maintain inner peace. This resilience empowers us to move forward with courage and determination, ready to practice emotional detachment, the next vital Stoic lesson. Principle 4. Emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is an essential skill for those who wish to practice Stoicism effectively. Imagine yourself facing a situation that would normally provoke a strong emotional reaction, such as unexpected criticism. Instead of allowing this criticism to shake your state of mind, you choose to remain calm and rational, understanding that your reaction is under your control. This ability to maintain serenity is the essence of emotional detachment and a sure path to living fully. The practice of emotional detachment does not mean indifference, but rather a conscious control over how we react to emotions. For example, if someone acts rudely or unjustly, a Stoic recognizes the emotion that arises, but chooses not to be dominated by it. Instead of responding with anger, they opt for a calm and considered response. This emotional control significantly contributes to inner peace and life improvement, promoting healthier and more harmonious relationships. A practical way to develop emotional detachment is through daily meditation and reflection. Dedicating a few minutes each day to observe your emotions without judgment can be extremely beneficial. Another technique is negative visualization, where you imagine losing something you value to better appreciate what you have and prepare for eventualities. This constant practice strengthens self-mastery and resilience, making it easier to accept adverse situations with more serenity. Epictetus taught us that it is not external events that disturb us, but our reactions to them. By mastering emotional detachment, we prepare our minds to accept destiny with more tranquility, understanding that not everything is under our control. Thus, we advance on the Stoic journey ready to explore acceptance of destiny, the next fundamental principle. Principle 5. Acceptance of destiny. Acceptance of destiny is one of the deepest principles of Stoicism. Epictetus teaches us that we must accept life's events as part of our destiny, understanding that many things are beyond our control. Imagine yourself in the face of an unexpected circumstance, such as losing a job. Instead of despairing, a Stoic practitioner accepts the situation with serenity, recognizing that it may be an opportunity for new beginnings. This acceptance brings inner peace and allows us to live fully even in the face of adversities. The practice of acceptance of destiny is not a passive resignation, but rather a proactive attitude of living in harmony with what life offers us. For example, when facing an illness, instead of constantly lamenting, we can focus on following medical recommendations and finding gratitude in small daily victories. This approach helps us maintain emotional balance and improve our resilience, accepting that not everything is in our hands. To apply this principle in everyday life, we can start with small practices of acceptance. When something doesn't go as planned, such as an unexpected delay, instead of getting irritated, we can take a deep breath and use the waiting time to reflect or read an inspiring book. This change of perspective is a daily exercise that strengthens our emotional detachment and prepares us to deal with more challenging situations. Epictetus believed that by accepting our destiny, we align ourselves with nature and find true peace. This acceptance frees us from anxieties and enables us to live a more fulfilling and serene life. By mastering this art, we prepare to explore the next Stoic principle, memento mori, which reminds us of the importance of valuing life and living with purpose. Principle 6. Memento mori, remembrance of mortality. Memento mori, or the remembrance of mortality, is a Stoic principle that invites us to value every moment of life. Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers remind us that the awareness of our mortality can be a powerful motivator to live fully. Imagine waking up every morning with the awareness that this could be your last day. This perception should not be a cause for sadness, but a call to make the most of each moment, cultivating gratitude and constantly seeking life improvement. By remembering mortality, we can put our daily worries into perspective. Problems that once seemed enormous become insignificant when compared to the brevity of life. For example, a trivial argument or a setback at work loses importance when we realize that our time is limited. This recognition helps us focus on what really matters, promoting self-mastery and resilience. Practicing memento mori can be done through small daily reflections. Taking a moment at the end of the day to meditate on the impermanence of life can help us appreciate the present more. Additionally, keeping symbolic objects such as a small skull or an inspiring phrase in a visible place can serve as a constant reminder to live with purpose. These practices encourage us to make more conscious and stoically aligned choices. By internalizing memento mori, we become more aware of our actions and priorities. This awareness leads us to reflect on how we want to spend our time and energy, promoting a more balanced and meaningful life. By embracing this philosophy, we prepare the ground for the daily practice of reflection and meditation, which is fundamental to maintaining a stoic and focused mind. Principle 7. Daily reflection and meditation. The daily practice of reflection and meditation is an essential pillar of Stoicism. Epictetus and other great Stoics recommended setting aside time every day for introspection. Imagine dedicating a few minutes at dawn or dusk to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and feelings. This practice not only promotes self-mastery, but also allows for a fuller and more conscious life. It is in this moment of tranquility that we find inner peace and gratitude for the small daily victories. Reflecting on the day that has passed helps to identify behavior patterns and emotions that may be hindering our growth. For example, noticing that we react with impatience in certain situations allows us to find ways to improve this response in the future. This constructive self-criticism is fundamental for life improvement and personal development. Meditating on these insights gives us the clarity and serenity needed to face daily challenges with a Stoic attitude. For those who wish to start this practice, I suggest beginning with a simple meditation technique, such as focusing on breathing or repeating an inspiring phrase. Additionally, keeping a gratitude journal can be extremely beneficial. Writing down 3 things you are grateful for each day can change your perspective and increase emotional resilience. These daily practices not only promote reflection, but also help us detach from negative thoughts and accept destiny more calmly. Daily reflection and meditation are practices that connect us with our inner selves and align us with Stoic principles. They prepare us to face the world with a calm and focused mind, strengthening our virtue. Speaking of virtue, this is the next fundamental principle that guides us toward a truly happy and fulfilled life. Principle 8. Virtue is sufficient for happiness. At the heart of Stoicism is the belief that virtue is sufficient to achieve true happiness. Epictetus taught that happiness does not depend on external factors, but rather on our own moral conduct. Imagine someone who, despite difficulties and challenges, maintains an ethical and integral stance. This person finds satisfaction and inner peace because they live according to their principles. The pursuit of virtue is, therefore, a sure path to living fully and experiencing constant life improvement. Living virtuously means acting with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance in all situations. For example, when facing a difficult decision, a Stoic will choose the path that most respects these values, even if it is the most challenging. This approach not only promotes self-mastery, but also inspires those around us. When we live virtuously, our actions become powerful examples of resilience and integrity. To apply this principle in daily life, we can start with small acts of kindness and justice. Practicing honesty in all interactions, helping those in need, and making fair decisions even when no one is watching are ways to cultivate virtue. Additionally, reflecting daily on our actions and seeking opportunities to improve our attitudes reinforces our commitment to a virtuous life. These practices not only promote inner peace, but also strengthen our character. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true happiness comes from living a virtuous life and not from seeking momentary pleasures or avoiding pain. This perspective frees us from dependence on external circumstances and enables us to find contentment in our own behavior. With this solid foundation, we are ready to explore the importance of service to humanity, which is a practical expression of Stoicism in action. Principle 9. Service to humanity. Service to humanity is a central practice in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers believed that living for the common good is one of the greatest duties of a human being. Imagine someone who dedicates part of their time to helping others, whether through volunteering, charity, or simply offering support to those in need. This dedication not only promotes gratitude and life improvement for the beneficiaries, but also enriches the life of those who serve, bringing a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. Practicing service to humanity can be as simple as helping an elderly neighbor with their shopping or volunteering at a local institution. These acts of kindness and compassion not only help build a stronger and more united community, but also reinforce our own self-mastery and resilience. By putting others' needs ahead of our own, we learn to detach from selfish concerns and find joy in being useful. For those who seek to incorporate service to humanity into their lives, it is important to find causes that resonate with their personal values. Participating in mentorship programs, supporting organizations that fight for social justice, or even donating resources to important causes are ways to practice this Stoic principle. These actions not only promote peace and harmony, but also remind us of the interconnectedness of all people and our responsibility for the collective well-being. Service to humanity connects us with something greater than ourselves, promoting a sense of community and belonging. When we dedicate ourselves to helping others, we strengthen our own virtue and find a way to live fully aligned with Stoic teachings. This practice prepares us to understand the importance of living in harmony with nature, the next vital principle of Stoic philosophy. Principle 10. Living in harmony with nature. Living in harmony with nature is one of the central principles of Stoicism. Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers believed that to live fully, we must align our actions with the natural order of the world. Imagine someone who respects the environment, understands their place in the grand scheme of things, and acts accordingly. This person not only promotes inner peace, but also contributes to a more sustainable and balanced world. Living in harmony with nature means recognizing that we are part of a greater whole and that our actions have significant impacts. The practice of this principle can be observed in simple daily choices, such as reducing plastic consumption, opting for sustainable products, or practicing recycling. These small gestures reflect an attitude of respect and care for our planet. Additionally, seeking a deeper connection with nature through outdoor activities like hiking or gardening can reinforce our gratitude for the beauty and abundance of natural life. These practices not only promote life improvement, but also strengthen our self-mastery and resilience. For those who wish to integrate this principle into their lives, a practical approach is to adopt a more sustainable lifestyle. This can include changes in diet, such as opting for a plant-based diet, or in transportation, preferring bicycles or public transport. These choices reflect a commitment to sustainability and acceptance of our role in preserving the environment. Living in harmony with nature also involves a mentality of detachment, where we learn to value what we have and reduce excessive consumption. Stoic philosophy teaches us that by living in harmony with nature, we find an internal balance that allows us to face challenges with more serenity and gratitude. This alignment with the natural world prepares us to apply Stoic principles in practical ways in the modern world, promoting a more conscious and fulfilling life. Thus, we move on to explore how these principles can be concretely applied in our contemporary daily lives. Bonus: practical applications in the modern world. Stoic principles, though ancient, have incredible relevance in the modern world. Epictetus and his contemporaries taught us to live fully, and this wisdom can be applied to our daily routine. Imagine starting the day with a gratitude practice, reflecting on the good things you have. This not only improves your mood, but also increases your resilience and self-mastery. This simple practice can transform your perspective, helping you face the day with a more positive and stoic attitude. In the workplace, Stoic principles can be applied to improve our interactions and productivity. For example, when facing a challenging project, instead of getting stressed, a Stoic will focus on what they can control, such as the quality of their work and their dedication. This approach promotes inner peace and continuous life improvement. Additionally, when dealing with difficult colleagues, practicing emotional detachment and responding calmly and rationally can create a more harmonious and productive environment. In personal aspects, applying Stoicism can help maintain healthy and balanced relationships. In moments of conflict, remembering the importance of acceptance of destiny and control of emotions can avoid impulsive reactions and promote more effective communication. For example, instead of responding with anger to criticism, a Stoic will reflect on the validity of the feedback and use it as an opportunity for growth. This practice not only strengthens interpersonal bonds, but also promotes peace and harmony in daily life. Integrating Stoic principles into the modern world allows us to face daily challenges with more serenity and gratitude. Resilience, self-mastery, and acceptance help us navigate the complexities of contemporary life, making us stronger and more balanced. By adopting these practices, we are ready to understand how Stoic principles can transform our lives profoundly and lastingly, preparing us for the inspiring conclusion of this philosophical journey. Reflecting on Stoic principles, it becomes clear that they offer a powerful guide to living fully and balanced. Epictetus taught us that true happiness comes from within, from the constant practice of virtues and control over our reactions. Imagine applying these teachings daily, turning adversities into opportunities for growth, and finding inner peace even in the most difficult moments. This journey of self-mastery and resilience is a sure path to life improvement and personal fulfillment. Stoicism challenges us to accept destiny with serenity, to live in harmony with nature, and to serve humanity with compassion. By incorporating these principles into our lives, we begin to see the world from a more balanced and rewarding perspective. For example, when facing a loss, instead of sinking into sadness, we can find solace in remembering that everything is part of a natural cycle. This emotional detachment allows us to live with more lightness and gratitude. Practical examples and daily reflections are powerful tools for internalizing Stoic principles. Keeping a journal, practicing meditation, and engaging in community service acts are effective ways to strengthen our commitment to this philosophy. These practices not only improve our quality of life, but also inspire those around us to seek a fuller and more meaningful existence. With each step on this journey, we become more aware of the positive impact we can have on the world. Ultimately, Epictetus's teachings invite us to live with purpose and virtue, to find happiness in small things, and to face challenges with courage and wisdom. This Stoic journey is continuous, a constant quest for growth and self-knowledge. By adopting these principles, we are prepared to transform our lives and inspire others to do the same. After all, true peace and happiness come from living according to our deepest values and with gratitude for every moment. If this content resonated with you, don't stop here. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to continue learning and deepening your knowledge of Stoicism. Together, we can build a community of people committed to living fully and meaningfully, finding peace and happiness in every moment.